Canadian immigration lawyer is hoping to make a case before a federal court in an attempt to bring back his client who's been detained by ICE for the last 5 months. Maheen Shahriar, a Canadian refugee applicant, said he had accidentally crossed into the U.S. while heading to a friend's home in Montreal in May. When he realized his mistake, he told Border Patrol officers in hopes he could return to Canada. Instead, he ended up in ICE custody. For a better understanding of the situation, I'm joined by Washim Ahmed, co-founder of OWS Law and Immigration and Family Lawyer. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
First of all, why is your client still in ICE custody? What is he being told?
We don't know exactly why he's in ICE custody, but he, as you described, he did cross the border and he did find himself in the United States mistakenly. And he approached the immigration officials in the US, asking for their help actually to return to Canada, saying that I'm trying to find my ways to Canada, after he realized that he was in the US. And he, instead of being directed, he got detained. And since his detention, we've been trying our best to bring him back to Canada, but unfortunately, we don't know any reason why the CBSA is not taking him back. Over the past 5-6 months of advocacy, we haven't got any official response from Canada Border Service Agency, unfortunately.
My question then is, what are you being told by both sides? What are you hearing from ICE? And then I guess, according to you, CBSA has responded with nothing?
No official response from the CBSA yet, but we have received response from the ICE, and they're saying that they agree with our interpretation that mine has a legal right to come to Canada under the Safe Third Country Agreement. Either you apply it or use it as an exception. He should be returned to Canada, but the CBSA has not said anything. The only time CBSA gave a generic response is when David Baxter from Canadian Press contacted the CBSA. They gave a very generic response saying that we're not able to comment on a specific situation, but if somebody, we need to be able to determine whether he is eligible to enter Canada, and for that matter, he needs to be present at the examination center at the port of entry. And on the other hand, the ICE is saying that he's in our custody and we will not take him to the examination center unless we have some sort of pre-approval or pre-clearance from or pre-assurance from the CBSA that they're going to take him. So unfortunately, he is in a limbo. We haven't had any official decision from the CBSA yet, which makes it difficult for us to legally challenge it at the federal court or determine the legality of their decision not to taking him back or even conducting an examination, unfortunately.
Obviously, you're in communication with Mr. Shahriar. What are conditions like for him?
I don't know how to describe this. It's very difficult and challenging for him. He has been there for over past 5-6 months now, almost 6 months now. He told me at one occasion that he was primarily surviving on noodles because most of the food there is not halal, and he has, of course, he's in custody, so has very limited rights, and he's all living constantly in a fear. He's already struggling with various mental health issues already, with like depression and anxiety. It's worsening every day. He's constantly being threatened of deportation to Bangladesh, a country where he faces serious risk to his life.
We know with ICE, once you've gone through the process there with ICE, then deportation is the next step. So if Canada does not accept him soon, what are his options? What is ICE left to do?
That's actually difficult to say right now, because the only reason he's not being deported yet is because he doesn't have a travel document. Because when we was in the US, he didn't have any passport or any travel document with him. ICE is trying to gather that from Bangladeshi authorities, and as soon as they can, they will deport him to Bangladesh. But if they can't, he told me that the stories that they have deported people to countries like Panama, like Syria, like basically any country that would accept him if Canada doesn't accept, like wherever US can deport him, you will be deported there. And that's a fear that he's living with 24/7 for the past 5 months.
Washim Ahmed, co-founder of OWS Law and Immigration and Family Lawyer. Thank you for bringing this to our attention, and thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you. I appreciate your time.